More Natural Grandma viewers. We're here at Natural Grandma Homestead with Natural Grandma and her sister from California.
Yeah. Hey there.
You've seen her in our videos yesterday at the farm walk. So anyways, we're going to give a little demonstration on the new smart fence from Gallagher. We think this is going to be good with goats, but we're not sure whether it works with the kids yet. So right here close at the road, we have a test. We have our 82-foot Premier One poultry netting, 48-inch, and everybody knows that keeps goats in. In fact, it keeps them in so good that they get their horns hung in it, and they get shocked, and that's one of the things that we don't want to happen to our babies. So we're training them to electric fence, but we think this, there may be a baby go through it, but at least maybe they would get back through it, kind of like calves do. And we're going to build from this apple tree is 115 steps to the edge of our property up there by the old goat house you remember from last year's videos, the Ziga house. And so we're getting ready to come alongside where the chicken tractors run and where the raised bed garden's going to be and our apple tree, and we'll let the goats trim all this out for us today. This is about a diet for the day, but this 82-foot netting only came to the apple tree. Well, I know it's 115 steps, and they're Amish man steps, so they're about 34 inches long. So if you multiply that all out, 115, 110 times 34 inches, you will come up with about 328 feet. Now that was all done by Hank just in his head, which, how often does that work out, Laura?
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much. All right, so we're going to give the camera to the silent film person here. Get a good look at her, because you probably won't hear from her again or see her. And we're going to build some Gallagher smart fence. Natural Grandma, this is your first day of touching it, right?
Correct.
And what did Papa do wrong yesterday? I didn't read the instructions.
Right, so you didn't put the handle on.
I didn't put the handle on. So then you don't tension it when you tighten up the little knob that tensions it. So we had loose goat fence, and you came home from the farm walk to
with
what?
One goat who had tried it and gotten out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was Papa's fault. But we forgive him.
Yep, absolutely.
Every time.
Every time.
So I'm going to give this to you, Miss Gail, and we're going to get to work. And you can look up there at the top and make sure it's still filming and I didn't touch some weird button. Now I'm going to tie this off right back here, because what I did first is I set the main mast in the ground. Then I loosened the knob, and then I pulled this fence out to where I wanted to start. And this has a guy brace that we could put down here, and I probably should go ahead and do that just to make sure that it doesn't pull this netting too tight. So I'm going to back down here a little bit. I'm going to take up a little bit of the slack. I'm going to set my guy brace down to where it's not going to get into the electric poultry netting. And we have gravel here. So you got to wiggle that through till you get it in the ground. So that's just going to give that a little extra tension. And I'm going to come in here and I'm going to tie these two things together. And that's just some old chewed up polywire that's been through a calf's mouth one time, and another mistake Papa Hank made. So there, we've got a pretty secure deal. And then you want to put posts in, Natural Grandma, or do you want to carry the reel?
Well, I think I'll carry the reel for first.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to come in here, Gail, if you want to come a little closer or zoom. We have this started with our 4 wires. We have a moderate amount of tension. I'm going to give it just a little bit less because it was pulling kind of hard. And you just come in here and you pop that post out, and then you lift it out of the deal, okay? Now, Natural Grandma, you can pull that mast up with the handle, and you will start walking with it. And I'm going to go ahead and put one post here, Gail, just because I'll get that guy wire for you in just a second, honey. I'll put a post here because we got a really short span, and we can go longer post spacing out in the more open area. but we want to be sure that this spacing stays good and taut. So let me pull this guy rope out, and we're working with a hot fence there. I guess we forgot to undo that one. So don't touch that against that natural grandma. We got to come in close enough that we don't let goats through. So
Down one more. Under the second string.
okay, but you're going to move it closer, honey. There you go. Right in against that, because we can't let a space be there. So put my little guy back
That's
in.
why I think you need to go under that.
Yeah, but that doesn't conduct electricity, honey.
I understand, but it does make a big goat gap.
Okay, well, I'm going to put this in a little farther, and we control all that with our posts.
Okay.
So let me get a post before you go too far. And actually, we can come back. Why don't we come back with a blue post?
Okay.
Just keep coming along with us, Miss Gail. And come up here close so I can show our viewers. This has every so many posts. It has a little built-in stake and a guy brace. So if you want to turn corners, you can do that. It looks like Papa ought to be on the other side because they are on the other side. Now this goes up pretty quick, so we have to kind of keep walking along. I'm going to make sure I work that down in that grass. Let me get on the other side. Natural grandma. Oh, I guess they change sides, don't they, every time? Okay. If we're going to make it all the way up there, these posts have to be about 30 feet apart. So we're going to get a little bit farther this time. I'm amazed at how good these are going in this gravel edge of this road. Sometimes that's a problem with our portable fence posts, is getting it in. So we're going to roll on up to the end. I need a post there, sweetheart. And if you'll notice, we have all kinds of brush growing in the road ditches. So that's why we're putting the fence all the way out to the edge of the gravel so that our goats can trim this. This is what they like. Goats really don't want that grass. We're going to make them eat that because we don't have any cows here and we don't have any sheep here. So we're going to roll right on up and get this thing hot. I'm just going to break this back in, and then that lets your goats clean that up without any fear of getting shocked. Oh, Natural Grandma, you're doing so good giving me a post when I need it. Thank you. And we have got 7 of these at our big farm. So we'll make 320 by 320 foot square to put goats in problem weed areas. And then we can take the other 3, we got 4, put the other 3 to make a next cell. And we'll do just like we did with our feather nets and our chickens. And we can move a cell without anything getting loose. And we're hoping that the goats are trained to that by then and when we move there. And we'll have a secure area for guard dogs and goats.
Papa?
Yes.
I noticed that every other post has a guy wire attached to it,
Yes.
so that you could. So that's really cool. So you could stake down every other post if you needed to.
And I'm assuming you could actually move those, probably to a different post if that's what fits your home.
Yes, I see where it's set up. I like it. They're all installed in the same thing.
And when you're putting them in on gravel, if they don't go in, you wiggle them a little And then if they don't go in again, you're probably ahead to move to get past that bigger piece of rock. This is so quick and easy.
You want to just put the last one here? Or do you want to turn the corner?
Go just a little more. And you should be about to run out of
Doesn't
stuff.
look like it.
Think you got some more?
I got a whole nother layer here. Yeah, we can turn the corner.
Okay, I'd have to get a rope.
Right here.
Well, that's the one for the end.
Well, you go back two and get one.
All right. So just hang on a minute. I have to go back two and borrow a rope. That was pretty quick and easy. Oh. I can't remember where that was hooked on at, do you?
Right here.
You sure it was all the way to the top, or was it here?
No, it's right here.
Well, I have to thread through here first. Because it went around this. So it has a noose effect, and that way it doesn't come off. Just that loose loop would fall off easily.
Okay.
So we get a little noose effect, and that pulls up tight. Now,
you probably want to go that way.
yeah, I got the angle both ways here. So don't pull yet.
But just not where somebody will drive over.
Don't pull yet. We may need to bring another one up here. You're working with gravel roads. It can be pretty precarious. Sometimes where there's a plant growing, gives you an idea that it might be softer right there. Now we cinch this up just a little bit. Go ahead and push that one in, Grandma. And get fully put in. Is it gonna go, or do we need to move it just a little bit? Right there. There we go. Then we can adjust our tension to get the proper pull out. All right, we're ready for you to go. And then we're out of posts, right?
Okay. Yep, so I just go to the end of the wire.
And you may be about to the end, you never know. That's probably far enough, hon.
You don't want me to go to the end?
No, because that's going to be our gate. And I want you to swing back that way just a little bit, because it's not pulling in a good direction. If you look to where you need to go up there, it helps you. All right, put her down right there. Now tighten your knob up. Let's go a little closer. Don't trip over that orange guy wire. So show them what you've done here, Natural Grandma. On that other side, you've tightened up.
I tightened up this
the
knob, which is the wire, the spool.
Now one thing I'm going to caution you on, come around here and look what happened. Look at our wire.
Yeah, they're not even.
Yeah, but we're close. We still have some wraps. You never want to feed that out all the way
Oh, okay.
because then it would maybe pull out.
Okay.
You always want to have some wraps.
Okay.
Now, let's set your brace. So show them how easy that is to pull off.
Which way should I go? Just
You
out
have to
here?
go down and unwind it down at the bottom. Yeah, just go straight out. This is your end brace. And slide that black thing up a little ways before you start. There you go. And angle your stake at the bottom towards. You don't have to tension it with that. Just put your stake in. Then you can do your tension. And I think you went straight down, didn't you?
No, I did
You
not.
didn't. Okay. Then if you want more tension or more lean, you would just slide this a little bit. And then if you want more tension on your lines, you can ratchet them up. Hear the clicking and hear the sound. And we'll check it down through there, but it's not good to over tension.
Looks like the post can actually go a little bit further. Never step on that side, it says.
Oh, it did?
Yeah, it says do not step.
Oh, do not
side.
step. Get
Only
a
on
close
this
up of
side.
that, because Papa was
See
going to
that?
get both big old number 15s on there and jump up and down. And sometimes when things are made out of plastic, yeah, do not step. We may have to title that.
See, and this one has the footprint on it. So.
Ah, okay. Well, just hope this helps you with choosing Gallagher Smart Fence. And we're soon to have them on our website available for purchase. They'll be $375 a piece with free shipping anywhere in 48 states. So Gallagher Smart Fence, 328 feet long, 10 posts. So that figures out, you know, a little less than 30 foot between each span. Work with horses, cattle, sheep, goats, everything but rabbits, I believe. So from Natural Grandma, we wish you were having this good a day. Bye now. Let's go make it hot.